Several bad crashes in West Michigan are a reminder to drivers to slow down and don't drive distracted, especially in construction zones. 13 on your side's Lauren Baker shows us how recent crashes in Ionia County could have been avoided.
Anytime you have one crash, that's one too many.
That's Michelle Robinson's reaction to several crashes in Ionia County on Monday. Both sides of the highway were full of crashes thanks to one thing: distracted driving.
We've got eyewitnesses saying that trucks are leaving their lane. There's no skid marks with rear end crashes. So these all are signs that people aren't even looking through the windshield. They're not paying attention.
And it's not just happening in Ionia County. Both Robinson and John Richard with MDOT say this issue is happening all over the state. And when people drive distracted in places like construction zones, it creates a domino effect of mess.
And they're looking at their phones down in their laps or in the center console, so they're not paying attention to the road ahead of them. And then what happens is the traffic will then suddenly stop because of a construction zone, and that's where our rear end collisions occur.
But it's not just people playing on their phones. On Monday, people were paying attention to one crash while creating another one.
Why that happened is because you have one crash and people like to see the crash as they're driving by in the opposite direction. So now they're not paying attention to the road ahead of them because they're watching the opposite flow of traffic or lack thereof. And so now they're crashing on the opposite sides.
Richard says the problem has been an issue for decades, even before cell phones came around. And the solution is nothing new either.
There's so many reasons, but if you just slow down and look where you're going, that's key. It's key to look where you're going when you're driving.
And Lauren, what about young drivers?
Well, Juliet, Robinson says it's just so important to sit down with those young drivers and teach them how important it is to not drive distracted. She says by doing this, it can help the future drivers be cautious on the road.
Thank you for that, Lauren. Blood